I have never heard a room full of gay men gasp in horror. It was the boxers. He was wearing
Boxers.
Blair.
That's not real.
Blair. Yeah.
But I was like, this is fun.
Yeah. Like you're getting like Trishelle and CT and Johnny Bananas, which I didn't know.
Tamra, Phaedra. Larsa.
Not Ekin-Su. Lord Jesus, not Ekin-Su. I have been saying that all weekend. I'll just be around the house and I'm like, not Ekin-Su. Not, oh Jesus, not Ekin-Su. It is
Who are
interesting.
the sniffers about town?
I don't know. There are. It's me. I just go up. I'm reality Von Smell. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Just Saying podcast. I'm your host, Justin Martindale, and today's guest is so fun and exceptional, and I'm so glad she's here. You've seen her all over doing stand-up across the country. You can actually watch her first hour special live from the Big Dog on Live Nation's live entertainment streamer, Veeps, which is new. Please welcome Blair Socci.
Thank you for having me.
I'm
what
so
a thrill.
Excited.
Yes.
I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun.
I'm so excited. I see the podcast. You're talking about a lot of my interests on here.
That's it. That's what we want to do. And we just bring you in just slowly. That's my favorite thing. People around the Comedy Store and the circuit are like, I like your podcast.
Yeah,
and
yes.
I'm like, oh, what took you so long? Come on in. Yeah. So, I mean, we have so much to discuss. First of all, thank you for braving this wet weather.
Oh, yeah. Can you believe it? Los Angeles. I made the trek down here. I said, come hell or high water, I'm getting to you, Justin. Absolutely. I will be in that basement no matter what.
Just a soggy, damp basement.
Yeah.
It is a lot, though. I feel like it's crazy, too, because I feel like the East Coast is getting, like, slammed with, like, ice and snow.
Yeah.
There's like rats in the rain.
I know.
Praising God. There's rats in the cement in Chicago. And here we are. We're like, oh, it's just
I know,
so
just
wet.
a light drizzle.
Blair had to put on a hat today, you guys.
I had to put on a goddamn hat.
I have a shacket from Banana Republic / BR rebranding. But yeah, we did it. This is it.
It is funny though because there are certainly problems in California, but this past week, just seeing like the biblical weather around the country, I'm like, it's pretty nice here.
It is. No complaints. I actually had to throw a party over the weekend, which I know in this climate.
This climate,
and it was so much fun. And I do want to get your thoughts on it. Okay, so I planned a party for my friend Krista. It was her birthday. And she is one of the owners of the Bourbon Room in Hollywood.
Oh, fabulous. That's where my special was filmed.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay. It's so great. I love it. I love that space there. The staff is fantastic. Shout out Bonnie.
So cool.
Shout out Matt. Will, he was our helper as well. But she wanted a Saltburn theme birthday party.
Wow.
So we were like, we have to go all out.
So you have to put cum everywhere.
All over.
Yes. Okay.
Everywhere. Just buckets.
Stay on theme.
Yes. Buckets of cum water.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
And so, did you see the movie?
I saw it.
It's okay.
Yeah. You know what it reminded me of? I was like, oh, this is like a little bit of our generation's Cruel Intentions, maybe.
With
the cultural impact. But then I was like, but also, I just don't.
Like Talented Mr. Ripley. Like a sprinkle of that. I see.
Slim fan.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I was watching the movie and I was like, everyone's like, oh, this is so shocking. And I'm like, I did like 2 of those things in college. I won't tell you which ones, but.
And I was like, oh, Barry is really giving Eryka Christensen, you know?
Yeah. And Swim Fan.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. So I thought it was great. You know, I saw it once.
Right.
Krista saw it like 11 times. So she's in the Saltburn.
Really
yes.
loves it.
So I decorated it. I got, balloons. I got streamers, glitter everywhere, candelabras. It looked great. We did it in the little set room. And then I got the cake. I went to Cake and Art on Santa Monica, and I told these guys, and it's like this gay couple. I think it's a couple. I'm not sure. It could just be 2 gay guys. I don't know. But I was like, I'm throwing a Saltburn-themed party, and they were like, thank you. We'll take it from here.
Say no more.
That was it. I was like, I'm kind of envisioning it like this with the font. And I mean, they do like crazy cakes.
Yeah.
So that's all I did. I said, I want the bathtub, maybe like a little like jizz on it. They said jizz, not me.
Jizz.
I've never asked that as a cake request. Like, can you add jizz to the frosting? And so then I go pick it up. And it is like, so they show me the cake. Bathtub is made out of fondant. And then they have Barry, Felix from Saltburn, fully naked. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. They have the castle in the back, like trees, woods. Like, it was gorgeous.
Oh
I didn't even want to like cut into it.
How cool is that?
And I've never been more nervous to drive with a cake because we couldn't close it. It was like huge. And I'm just like,
was someone holding it?
No, I had it like in the very back seat, and I just kept thinking
isn't it funny that you are more terrified of that cake than you would be if you had a baby in your car?
Absolutely. like a seatbelt, whatever. Like, no, like it's honestly just a cake without a cover or anything to secure it. Naked. Yeah.
Naked. Vulnerable.
Like just exposed.
Yes.
And so party was great. I made a 7-hour-long playlist because I couldn't control myself. I am a gay planning a party, and I am in charge of the music, and I was in charge of the music. However, the owner, who I love very much, every now and then throughout the party, I guess there was a show in that main room, so he'd let the party out, and then he'd put on his music. So I'm 2 cum cocktails deep. And I hear, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. And I stop and I go, this is not my playlist.
Sir, you are not the Saltburn DJ.
No. So I go to the bar and I'm like, this is not my playlist. This is ruining the vibe. It's early 2006, late 2000s, and late 90s. Put it back. If there's one thing you don't do is touch a gay man's playlist, you know? That's homophobic.
Not accurate to the plot either.
Absolutely. And so then it cuts to like, don't stop till you get enough. This is not my playlist. So I'm telling everybody, I'm like apologizing. I'm like, this is not my playlist. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is not my playlist. And they're like, it's okay, Justin. I'm like,
it's not okay, though.
I was like, what's her name in Greece when like the tissue paper falls? And she's like, this isn't supposed to happen. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Penny, what her name is? I don't remember. Penny Pingleton. I think that's her name. Or that's, I don't know, Hairspray, whatever. Anyways, so then I get a stripper.
Yes.
The story keeps going. The stripper was very last minute. Mm-hmm. It was a Friday night.
Sure.
And I was like, well, everyone's going to be booked. Mm-hmm. I was searching Go-Go Boys. I was like going to Instagram being like, are you available to dance?
What kind of stripper is a last minute booking?
I'll tell you who. Mm-hmm. Go to strippers.com. That is real. Strippers.com. If you're in a pinch.
Sure. Strippers.com, baby. You heard it here first.
Get on it. Strippers.com. And this guy shows up on the profile and he's like turned like profile, which is kind of hot. But then I'm like, is he severely burned on one side? Is it like the eye in the cheek? Is it like Sloth from Goonies?
Yeah. Vein.
Yeah. Like what happened on the other side? But the body was great.
Yeah.
And then he like shows up and he's like rough. Like
spiritually or visually?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both. Like he's been through it. Like he might have done time for actually killing a stripper.
Essence. Okay.
And then was released into society to pay his dues as now a stripper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, karmic circle.
Stripper.
Yeah, karmic stripper.
Yeah. So he shows up. He seemed nice. And I now have to get Krista over to the couch to like deflect. Like this isn't happening. So I'm like, and I have to pay attention too because he's dressed up as a busboy and he's going around picking up bottles and trash.
And you're like, Krista, come over here. I have to have a word with you about my playlist.
Yeah, yes. Are you enjoying the playlist? Are you enjoying it?
Krista, if I could just pull you aside and have a chat with you about my playlist.
Oh, by the way, playlist will be up on Patreon. You better believe it. It's a good workout mix as well. So I'm sitting over here with her and I'm like, I just love you. And this has been a really crazy year. I know you've been through some things I've been through something. Then Pony starts. Of course it does.
The classic, the #1 penultimate stripper song. There has never been a stripping situation without Pony being played.
It is the canon.
Yes,
it
canon.
is the biblical stripper song. And he comes over. She's like, "What's happening?" And he's doing great.
Yeah,
doing great.
Love it.
And then he takes his pants off. I have never heard a room full of gay men gasp in horror because, like, it was dancing, then all of a sudden, like a collective gasp.
Huge hog?
Who? What?
Gigantic hog?
Just like a gasp.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, because not cock. No. It was the boxers. He was wearing
boxers.
Blair.
That's not real.
Blair. His last pair of underwear on earth. The loosest, most gray insurrection panties I've ever seen.
That's like
it was like
that's like going out in your period panties.
It was that
for like a dance performance.
Oh my God! It was just there was no elastic.
No elastic.
It was just like the last pair of Fruit of the Looms.
Wow, that is shocking.
Oh, it was horrific. And then like there's no bulge.
No bulge.
There was. I mean, we were all just like. And then he like pulled his underwear down just a little bit so he saw crack. But I'm like, dude.
It sounds so straight video gamer.
It was.
Yeah, it sounds like a straight gamer.
I mean, I'm like, it's Friday night. It's last minute. Strippers.com. I'm going to Yelp strippers.com.
But it's so funny that is such an easy thing to remedy, like the smallest thing, like that he was doing great.
Right.
Minus that. All he had to do was have some hoe thong on.
Just a jock strap.
Yeah.
It's Hollywood.
My God.
It was, and then he's like, do you guys want to get a picture or anything? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This stays with us to the grave. We made a blood union that night. We all cut our hands with the cake knife and made a pact and said, we will not talk about this until the next blood moon.
Yeah, it sounds like your brother's friend just sort of like your friend's brother's friend just sort of like decided to try
to be
stripping
funny.
out one night.
like the questioning brother's friend who's like, I've never done this before, guys.
Yeah.
And we're all like,
yeah.
But it was okay. It was okay. That was it.
Well, at least you have a lifetime story memory to share that bonded you all through those baggy, elastic-free boxers.
But now I have notes.
Right.
Like if I go, and that was my first stripper.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which sounds like a like a doll or something. My first stripper.
Yeah.
My play school.
That's very wholesome.
But yeah, if I go into a stripper like era again, I'm gonna be like, what underwear are they wearing? What is the situation?
Right.
Because the body wasn't that bad, but it was just like, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
how
like
do you not know that?
If I was a straight guy and I got like a girl stripper and then she shows up in like, I don't know.
Panties.
Yeah.
Just like your shittiest, like, bottom of the barrel panties you put on when you're doing laundry that you wouldn't even see. Those are the panties you put on when you go out and you don't want to hook up with a guy. Because you're like, these are so shameful that they will prevent me from doing something I'm not supposed to do.
Exactly.
Because that's how much I don't want anyone to know or see these.
This is my secret.
They're not appropriate and they're not for company.
They're not.
They're not for company. They're not for a performance nonetheless.
It's like getting on stage with shorts.
These people are sick. They're taking the dignity.
They are.
Yes.
But also, it's like, I'm trying to help out your revenue. If you had shown up in a jockstrap, everyone would be like, all right, let's go.
You would have cleaned up.
I know. All right.
Some people love to self-sabotage.
They really
we
do.
have no power over that.
And speaking of sabotage, we are both in love with the Traitors.
Yes.
We talked about this over the weekend. MJ actually came to the party and I was like, tell me
Oh my God.
And what are you thinking? I'm loving it. If you don't know what we're talking about, The Traitors is on Peacock. It's season 2. If you haven't seen season 1, watch it. It's way different than this season. Well, because the first season was half normal people and then half like celebs, reality stars. And if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, but the last 2 people in the first season are like this normal woman, I think from like Long Beach. She's a lesbian. She has a child. And then the winner who's won Survivor twice.
Yes.
And the Survivor winner just decimates her. It's the last 2. And she's like, I'm sorry. She's like, I really need this money and I trust you. And it's like, sorry, bitch.
Sorry, bitch. You are playing with the ultimate chess piece. What were you thinking?
Exactly. And so you're like, ooh, and I think it really like messed with her head.
Of course.
For sure. So this season, it's all like reality stars. And you're getting Big Brother, The Bachelor, Drag Race, Housewives, Bling Empire.
It's genius. Ugh. And I do think because I kept seeing it as like an auto play on Peacock after I'd finished The Housewives. It kept going into The Traitors or whatever, and I wasn't really getting into it. And then all of a sudden, I kept hearing the little chitter chatter, the whispers around town. People saying, "Have you watched Traitors? Have you watched Traitors?" And I'm saying, I'm hearing a lot about this. I got to get in it. Alan Cummings is just he's fabulous.
Fabulous.
I'm like, I cannot look away.
He is the only person who I think could dethrone RuPaul from the Emmy next year.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's just so vivacious and just evil.
Yes.
And
he's so in character too. He's so deep. He is method acting right now.
I mean,
yes. And I also love that another thing that I think just from my first cursory viewings is that they're choosing the more sinister reality show characters.
Yeah, well, they tried.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is fun.
Yeah. You're getting like Trishelle and CT and Johnny Bananas, which I didn't know.
Tamra, Phaedra. Larsa.
Not Ekin-Su. Lord Jesus, not Ekin-Su. I've been saying that all weekend. I'll just be around the house and I'm like, not Ekin-Su. Oh Jesus, not Ekin-Su. But yeah, Larsa, you're getting Marcus.
It's funny to see Marcus's personality a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, Marcus are kind of cute.
He's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But like even Sheree.
I forgot about Sheree.
But some of them I don't think are quite villainous, but it is like Trishelle right off the bat. I was like, oh, she's up to no good. She's still same old Trashelle. You know what I mean?
My first thought was like, wow, white woman looking really bad on this show right out the gate.
I know.
Like, very bad.
I saw Peppermint at a Christmas party, and I was like, how was Traitors? And she's like, well, it was quick. And I'm like, oh, no. So no spoilers. I will talk about it on the Patreon, though, to get into it.
I was about to say a spoiler.
I know, no spoilers.
Okay.
But please, if you haven't watched Traitors Season 2, it's so much fun. Hey, Just Sayers, I always like to start a new year with a new wine, which is why I'm extending my palate by trying new wines with First Leaf. First Leaf is a personalized wine delivery with convenient shipping, and First Leaf makes it easy to explore new wines from around the world. It's great because it's super easy. It's delivered right to your door. The best part about it is that it's fun. When you get on First Leaf, you will be asked a series of questions: what flavors you like, what notes you like, what kind of a body you like in your wine, and it will be personalized by expert sommeliers and then delivered to your door. Also, a great thing about First Leaf is that you get to track your order as well as specify on what day you want your delivery to come to your door. It's fast, it's easy, and I have to tell you, I got in my delivery box some exceptional wines that I really didn't know a lot about because I love wine, but it's customized to me. I got a nice rosé from Colombia. I got a Pinot Noir from Chile, another Pinot Noir from France, a Malbec from Argentina, and a Sauvignon Blanc from Chile, as well as a Pinot Grigio from Australia that I drank over the weekend, and it was delicious. Also, another great thing about First Leaf is that if I get a bottle or a box that I'm not too happy with, it is okay because there is a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So try something something new this year with First Leaf. Go to tryfirstleaf.com/SAYIN, SAYIN, to sign up, and you'll get your first 6 hand-curated bottles for just $44.95. That is a deal. That's tryfirstleaf.com/SAYIN, tryfirstleaf.com/SAYIN. That's tryfirstleaf.com/SAYIN. It's wine time every time. Hey guys, it's a new year, and one of my New Year's resolutions this year for 2024 was to go a little more green. You know what? Do my part to take care of the environment. And that's why I use Blue Land. And Blue Land is on a mission to eliminate single-use plastic by reinventing cleaning essentials to be better for you as well as the planet. The idea is simple. You just grab one of their beautiful Forever bottles. I have it right by my sink. And you fill it with warm water. You dump in the tablet and you get cleanings. And refills start at $2.25. You don't have to buy a new plastic bottle every time you run out to the grocery store. You can even set up a subscription or buy in bulk so you never run out of the products that you use most. From cleaning sprays to hand soap, toilet cleaner, laundry tablets, all Blue Land products are made with ingredients that you can feel good about. One of my favorite things is the all-purpose cleaner. It just smells refreshing, makes my whole kitchen smell like springtime, and I know I'm doing my part to better the earth. So listen up, Just Sayers. Blue Land has a special offer for all of you listeners right now. Right now, get 15% off your first order by going to blueland.com/justsayin. You won't want to miss this. I promise you guys, blueland.com/justsayin for 15% off. That's blueland.com/justsayin to get 15% off. This will be coming out the same day as the final episode of Salt Lake City Reunion.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Rosebud on. You and I and her talked in the parking lot the other night.
Yeah,
we were like,
in depth.
huh,
right.
What are we thinking?
Well, I mean, I think the finale was one of the best pieces of besides that Vanderpump Rules finale. That is the highest, probably best piece of reality TV I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I had Rosebud and I watched all 4 episodes of Bermuda back to back.
Yeah.
And she was like, we got to watch these. And I was a little bit behind. And I had no idea what I was in for. Like, I hadn't the slightest clue.
You hadn't watched the season at all?
I had watched the first, 4 episodes or whatever, but I was, a little bit behind. And we watched them in a row. And I was stunned. I was just my entire body was vibrating.
Oh.
Like, I had just witnessed history. It was incredible. It was
our moon landing.
It was. I had no idea that was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, that was so, that was such a hard right turn. I could never have predicted that.
I know. Reality Von Tease. I mean, we're getting the final episode tonight. And I think, that, of course, they're going to save everything for the last episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think there might be some redemption for Monica. A lot of people hate Monica. A lot of people like Monica. I get it. That whole story about her mom, saying the prayer if she didn't get Housewives. Yeah.
Well, look, there's a lot of darkness there.
A lot of darkness.
But also, I keep seeing things. Oh, I know we were talking with Rosebud, and you guys were remarking on my naivete, saying that I don't think that, everyone's saying that Monica's not coming back.
Yeah.
And now I've heard word that everyone got their contracts back, I think. But the fans seem to be like, she saved the show without her.
She did.
And then all these people were saying, well, this has just fundamentally changed the culture of Housewives, where now all fans can come on the show. But also, it's it's been on for 20 years. Everyone who comes on is a fan at this point.
Thank you. And that also reminds me I watched Ultimate Girls Trip on during the break, and I binged that. And there was Kristen, I believe her name was Kristen. She was on Housewives years ago, and they were making fun of her, and they were calling her a fan because she knew all the details. And they're like, you haven't been on in 8 to 10 years. You're just a fan of the show. And it's well, she's on. Yeah, well, it's
you're college alumni. You still keep up with the football team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like fantasy football.
It's exactly like fantasy football.
Totally I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what it means. I've never been in
a goddamn fantasy football league, but I know it's like fantasy football.
I know it's a thing. I don't know what that fantasy is,
right?
But I know it means a lot to these guys. So
and we're doing the same thing, investing in our front runners. We're betting on the tertiary characters coming up from the back to the front.
And that's what I feel like Housewives and Traitors is. It's like a fantasy draft of like all of these like pivotal like reality stars and like put them all in a house and purge.
How do you tell me, how do you think you would do on Traitors?
I'm so glad you asked this question. I think I don't know. I think I look like a villain, but I'm very nice. I feel like a lot of people think like off first impressions that I can be like catty and like bitchy, but I don't think I am.
Yeah.
But if I'm pushed, of course I'm going to be like,
right.
But it's like, that's just not my nature. But to answer your question, I think I would be like first because I'm really good with like
sussing people out?
I'm really good with snooping around.
Oh, okay,
I'm really good with snooping around and like catching people. Like I can read body language really well.
Right.
But my face is loud.
Mine too.
I have a loud face.
Yeah, I can't fake shit.
I put a video up from the stripper and I'm sitting next to my friend and the stripper's dancing and I'm literally like like I am awkward and I got it and people were DMing me and they're like, oh my God, your face. So if someone was like, who do you think's a traitor? I'd be like, I'm like Sue in SNL, like that Kristen Wiig. It's like, oh my God.
Yes, you can't hide it.
Can't hide it. What about you?
I don't know, because
I think you'd make it pretty far.
You do?
I think so.
Really? I don't know, because I feel like I can't fake anything.
But I feel like you'd be good to be like, I think you'd know when to like stand back and be observant.
Sure.
Where I feel like if I wasn't constantly talking and if I was quiet a day, people would be like, witch! You know?
Yeah.
So,
my main thrill, I am really fascinated by Larsa Pippen. Just like, I don't know why.
I
can't look away.
She had some good runs.
But my main thrill was seeing Phaedra on there because Phaedra, I think, is one of the best housewives of all time.
Oh, I know. You either love her or hate her. I think you hate her, right, Land?
Yeah. Well, look, all the best ones are extremely polarizing, and she is polarizing to say the least.
Oh, and I mean, she is wearing like Scottish print. Yeah.
Yes. She's in a foot.
I can't even see if her eyes are open at points because she's just like, oh Lord, I'm not doing that.
She has 6-inch lashes on.
She's in the morning.
Fly away.
I know. It must be the like most timeliest production because I'm like, that breakfast when they come down, I'm like, how long is that wait?
I also love that they're mixing booze into it. I'm only a few episodes in, but I'm like, where's this gonna land? Because I'm like,
mixing what in with
booze?
Oh yeah, they do. Yes.
Because I'm like, that's gonna take a turn at some point.
Oh, just you wait.
Yeah,
just you wait.
Yeah.
Another thing, and before we get into some stories, I mean, oh my God, I could just talk to you all day. We have the Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, which is being taped soon. And Eryka Jane was on Watch What Happens Live last week where she was saying to Andy that you did?
Yes.
Where she was like, you better
I saw this.
give her hell.
Yes.
What was the word exactly, Lynn?
It was
eviscerate.
And she said, and you better give her the exact same treatment
that I did.
And then she goes, I mean, but I like Kyle.
She's a great friend of mine.
I do like Kyle. I'm just saying it needs to be extremely equal for everyone.
I know. I was like, all right, but also I kind of agree.
Yeah, I mean, she's not wrong, but I mean, is that an insane thing to say that about your best friend? You're like, and I want my best friend to get absolutely throttled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rake them across the coals. I know, but I'm excited. Housewives to me, this season Beverly Hills, I'm just kind of like, okay.
I can't get
I do love that they're calling Anna Marie and no one's correcting. I think we talked about that. Like when I get called Jason, I'm like, it's Justin. You get called, what did you get called?
Blake and Brooke.
Blake and Brooke.
Yes. And they're like, Blake. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, Blair. But they're like, Anna Marie. And she's like, He doesn't care.
I know. And then Anna Marie came out and said that that was a fake storyline that was pushed on her, that she was going at Sutton for the esophagus. And I was like, if that's true, I feel like, I guess as a new person, you're like grasping to make a stand for yourself.
And way to like really like put esophageal shaming on a new platform. You know what I mean?
First time I'm hearing of esophageal shaming in my life.
Don't shame my esophagus. That needs to be Sutton's merch immediately. Do not come for my esophagus.
I think Sutton is
Wait a minute. We'll workshop that.
Yeah.
We'll have some meetings. Oh my God.
Yeah, that needs to be a shirt. I think that will do well. I think that could outsell Ariana and Katie even, on the merch levels.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited for Vanderpump to come back.
Oh yeah. When's it? End of January?
I think in a week.
Yeah. It's let's go already.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get into some topics. Here we have, this kind of came out from Dumois, that these celebrities and like what they smell like.
Sure. And
so apparently Michael Fassbender smells like sex and dark, musky sex for exes, which I get. Like, I always feel like I kind of know what celebrities smell like.
Oh, really?
Well, as a connoisseur of scent.
Okay.
This is a shout out to Scentbird. I have like a subscription every month, and they'll send me something according. I plan my fragrances seasonally.
Oh, I love that.
So like
that's
right
so intentional.
now, right now I'm in like a winter like mood. Like it's gonna be like dark and amber and like
I love that
spice. But then I look at some people and I'm like, they smell like a foot monster. You know what I mean? And I feel like some comics don't really use deodorant.
They don't have a subscription to Scentbird.
They do not have a subscription to Scentbird. Girl, I was in my spin class over the weekend, and there was this guy next to me who, first of all, it's called Cycle Beats. We cycle to the beat. Not hard. This guy's doing his own thing. He smelled like grilled onions and pastrami.
Oh my God, if he's watching this right now, what a read.
So. Like and subscribe. Okay, who else do we have on here? We have Kristen Chenoweth. Now, I believe this. Smells like vanilla. And I would expect that. She's Glinda the Good Witch.
Right.
I feel like good witches smell like vanilla.
Yeah, a little sugar cookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sugar cookie extreme. We have Woody Harrelson. Smelled natural. In a good way. That means weed.
Patchouli.
If he doesn't, he has a weed shop on Santa Monica, which is like my favorite. I love it. Shout out the Woods.
I've heard of this place. I haven't been, but I just heard it's really cool.
It's really good. They have a koi pond in the back with like parrots. It's like a jungle. It's
ambiance.
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah. Julianne Moore smelled fresh, just like you'd expect. Okay. This one threw me. Ed Sheeran smells like fresh laundry.
Okay.
Which I was like, Ed Sheeran would be like the one that I'd be like, I don't know. Olivia Rodrigo smells heavenly, so floral, sweet, just perfection.
Okay, who is leaking these scents?
I don't know, but it is
Who are the sniffers about town?
I don't know. There are. It's me. I just go up. I'm reality Von Smell. I am running a fake scent account.
Okay, so you are Dumois. And
the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, guys, the jig's up. I'm Dumois. Eva Longoria smells ethereal like some kind of flower oil. Okay. Look at that wine.
Right.
Girl.
That looks great.
And Chris Pine, shocker, smells like pine trees.
No, see, this is making me question. That's too on the nose.
Well, let's play a game of what do we think these celebrities smell like. First up, we have Jacob Elordi, who was just on SNL over the weekend. We saw Rosebud in the audience.
Yes.
And I was like, how was it? And she said, I'm not like, trying to throw her under the bus or anything. She was like, I didn't realize how tall and skinny he was. Same. I didn't realize. And
Yeah, he's 6'5".
He's 6'5". And I go, yeah, you look like a hot scarecrow.
Yeah, that's why everyone's losing their minds over them because they've never seen a tall man in cinema before.
He's gigantic. I was like, he's taller than me.
I know.
Now, what do we think he smells like? We know what he tastes like from Saltburn.
Yeah. He looks like he tastes like, I smells like heaven.
Like heaven?
Like heaven.
What does heaven smell like to you?
Like
what smell on a guy?
In my bed.
Oh.
Heaven? Okay. You know what? Okay. This is just maybe separate, but I do think we need legislation in this country about cologne in Ubers. And airports, churches.
We're putting it on the ballot this year.
Because I keep getting trapped, and I have a really sensitive nose. I also like scents, but with men, especially the colognes, we need them to be a little monitored.
One spray, walk in.
Spray.
Walk in. We don't need the whole experience. And if it is, sometimes I have colognes that are heavy, and you know what I'll do? I'll crack a window because I just put it on and I'm getting in an Uber and I'm like, I'm sorry, it might be a little strong right now.
I don't know much about cologne. All I know is like once in a while a guy will have it on and it'll be so incredible that I could feel nothing for this man and I am so drawn to them.
On.
And then most of the time.
Those are pheromones.
But it's a cologne.
Yeah, but sometimes they put pheromones in cologne.
Okay.
And you're like,
yeah, truly that, or I'm like, like I just like
Pony comes on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Blair, no!
It's like a zombie thing all of a sudden, you know what I mean? But then most of the time, more often than not, the colognes are devastating, a repellent.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. I have some sort of incurable brain fog that I will never recover from. My eyes are watering. I'm in goddamn hell.
Yeah.
You know?
In the back of an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping he's going. Here's the thing. You know how Gen Z is like bringing everything back?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my generation, we brought back like the 70s and the 80s. And then it's like, I feel like in the 90s, 2000s, we're now at the like early 2000s.
Okay.
That's coming back.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I feel like I really want Jacob Elordi to be like a CK1.
I could see a CK1.
Like
I'm sure he'll be in like an ad next week. But I also could see him because he is like, his whole thing is like, he's so unisex. Like he's always wearing a purse. I could see him in Joe Malone because they have all those unisex scents.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, I could see that for him.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Next up, we have Pink. Now, Lan.
That was a long pause.
I know.
That was a long pause.
Lan, our producer, is determined that Pink smells like Cheetos.
Okay, which I love Cheetos.
Okay.
I am a
just
huge
give me a Cheetos
fan. Yes. 2 days ago, actually, I was doing another podcast, if you could believe it, and they were late.
In this town?
In this town, yeah, I know. And they were late, and so I sort of emotionally ate 2 back-to-back bags of Cheetos, and I was like, "This isn't bad. This isn't a bad thing I just did. This is some sort of gorgeous self-soothing that anyone could need, and I think maybe." That's not bad. She's so high in the rafters swinging.
No one can
even smell her.
Yeah. And you know what?
You know?
I'm not going to say Cheetos, but I will say, because I'm a fan of this and I love Pink, a good salsa verde sun chip.
Which is
Those
an
are my
incredible
fave. I
scent.
know.
The salsa verde is a really good flavor.
It's a good sun chip. All right.
And I do love a Delta cheddar sun chip, but not the best scent.
Ooh.
You don't want to be smelling like that cheddar sun chip.
Like a sharp cheddar?
Yeah.
No. And finally, we have Katy Perry.
Oh.
And this is Katy Perry from her Met Gala look where she's dressed as a burger.
Sure.
Now, I feel like Katy Perry could smell like In-N-Out.
Right.
In-N-Out's very particular.
Right.
But also covered up with like a Bath and Body Works body spray.
Oh, okay.
Like a Cashmere Woods or like a Champagne Toast.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. So champagne toast. I don't know why, maybe this is just my gut intuition speaking. I feel like she wears one of those scents that's called like revenge or like evil pain or something. You
like
know
a
what
CVS
I mean?
perfume?
No, like a classic, like a Givenchy or like one of those like real hardcore ones. Those
like
real statement scents.
with the little bust.
Yes.
Like it's someone's
yeah,
bust.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Givenchy. Like that's what Jacob Elordi smells like. Oof.
I hope to smell it sometime.
All right. Well, going from what Katy Perry smells like from food, Taylor Swift is all over because it's another week. And I am very neutral, kind of.
I don't know. That was you don't hear a preface like that and it end up being neutral.
I'm like, I get it, but I'm also like exhausted.
Sure.
You know?
Not me.
And she was at her boyfriend's game.
Last night I watched it.
Yeah. And they had Taylor Swift food available.
Right.
So they like renamed some of the food. Like they had the Karma Quesadilla.
Right.
And they also had the Bad Blood waffle fries. Which
like,
doesn't
Karma
sound...
Quesadilla, I get.
Yeah.
Bad Blood waffle fries.
Does not sound appealing.
I'm not seeing any continuity there. I can't even understand how that landed.
It doesn't make sense. But as much like I can agree with saying not Ekin-Su, Lord, not Ekin-Su. I can now put in my head, be like, Karma Quesadilla. Like that is how.
That's right.
Karma Quesadilla. Yeah, I could do that. But it was a very interesting night for the Kelseys and the Swifts because Jason Kelce pulled a full-on Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Took his shirt off, looking like a bear daddy.
Yes.
Just roaring for his brother.
He's so lovable.
He is.
He's so charismatic in his sort of Pennsylvania man.
Just a coal miner lumberjack daddy fantasy.
Yes.
Taylor actually got booed by Bills fans.
Yeah.
Which I kind of was like it felt kind of good.
Look, I won't join you in that. I am a late in life Swiftie.
Yes.
I just think she's, so prolific, incredible, whatever.
Lisa Traeger's a late in life Swiftie too.
I know, we talk about it all the time.
Good.
Yeah, and that we do you can't help it. Love the romance with the football player. It feels like some sort of Princess Diana Americana thing.
Yes. It's too nostalgic.
I love it. I love it. I just think I'm like, I love that she's with some big hot man. And finally some extrovert that doesn't like make her just like hide for 6 years. Like no one saw her.
But I mean, no one saw her.
No one saw her.
I do feel like the whole like him, like she's getting booed by the fans and then she turns around and like blows a kiss and then like him doing the heart. I'm like, you guys just, God.
I loved it. I'm here for the theater. More theater and football.
It is theater.
It's way less boring.
I mean, it's like straight guy Housewives pretty much. It's like this like fairy tale into fruition. But I mean, if they go to the Super Bowl, I've said he's probably going to propose and the world will explode.
I will explode.
Yeah.
I will absolutely fucking explode.
Yeah.
But I do love these straight men that are like, oh my God, I know girls are watching our thing. And it's like, you losers.
Yeah.
You sound like losers.
Yeah.
Aren't you happy that you could connect with women over liking the same bullshit you like?
Yeah, but also I feel like I go to like bars occasionally and I see women wearing football jerseys going, yeah! And I'm like, oh my God. Like, and, just like let them go, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, what are you screaming at, ma'am? Like,
look, I don't really understand. I came from a house full of men, like a huge sports family. And like, I do sort of take interest in teams like while I'm dating someone, but only in like a polite way.
Yeah.
Not in a pick me, make this my identity way.
I think yes, I agree with what you're saying. And I also see that if like, say a straight guy friend, is like, did you watch Drag Race last night?
Yeah.
I'm like, stay in your lane. Stay.
I like it. I think it's fun. I like the other sides.
I do too.
Coming over to the other interests. I think it's nice.
But I will say to the Buffalo Bills, I had some menu items. Like, not Bad Blood waffle fries. Karma Quesadilla was clever.
Not my period blood waffle fries.
No.
Yeah.
That's the Saltburn-themed appetizers.
Not my blood clot pussy fries. I gag too. How do you think it feels to be me?
Great. Whoa. Here we have, you need to calm down jalapeno peppers. They're too hot. Calm down. That works.
I love that. See, that one has a lot more synergy.
Yeah. Look at this one. Look what you made me do, chili fries. It explains itself. Look what you made me do, chili fries.
That is perfect. God, they should have hired you.
I know, right? Karma corn dogs with a K.
Right.
That would be fun. This one's my favorite. Ready for it? Diarrhea. That's what you're going to get after the game.
Perfect.
If you're Mediterranean, you have the anti-gyros.
Oh, God, that one is good. Wow, I cannot believe the Bills did not consult you.
Thank you.
This is some incredible work.
Thank you so much. And finally, I knew you were churros when you walked in. Thank you.
Wow. I need to have those.
Those are going to be good churros.
Oh, my God. Consider me influenced. Too bad I can't go back in time.
Yes, you are influenced.
Wow.
All right. Next up, we have, after all that food, you are going to need to get yourself back into shape.
Sure.
And what a better way than doing clown cardio. Have you heard of this? Where else? In Los Angeles.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So this is just a snippet of it. So this is a new class that's happening in LA.
Do you have to do background checks to do this?
I would hope so.
I think that should. I'm going to propose that.
Yeah, no list. It's at the Peter Performance Space in Los Angeles. It compiles theater games reserved for improv warm-ups and turns them into aerobic exercises with clown-themed props, a game similar to Blob Tag, wherein the tagged link arms and chase everyone, a more chaotic version of musical chairs, a circus tent version of Capture the Flag, and disorderly dance competitions.
This is my Guantanamo Bay.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't want to be...
There is nothing more...
harrowing. Than that description.
And our
improv mixed with clown aerobics.
Night terrors, but in the day. Day terrors.
Day terrors.
And also, I'm like, how do we not know people are on drugs?
Right. Yeah.
Because I drive around town and see people screaming and yelling and flailing at on the sidewalk. Colored and I'm like, oh, they're on drugs.
Tapestries. Yeah. Oh my God, this woman's just getting hit in the face.
Yeah. Waka waka clowns.
Wow. Yeah, you won't see me at the clown class.
Do I want to observe? Yes.
From a safe distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like, look at these nerds.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No. And I don't know these people.
And you're at Psycho Beats next to Grilled Onions anyway.
Thank you. And how do these losers smell?
Yeah.
You know, like, what does a clown smell like?
Oh, my God.
An out-of-work clown. Mm-hmm. No, absolutely not. And they're like, hey, look, there's like 5 of them, too. How did this get an article?
Just by sheer
7 of them.
Disbelief.
No, no thanks. All right, next up. Okay, the Stanley Cups are all over.
Yeah, I don't get what's happening here. Is this the Beanie Babies?
That's exactly what I was going to compare it to.
Oh.
This 9-year-old was bullied after bringing a fake Stanley Cup to school. And I'm here for it. Because not to say I'm endorsing bullying, but I feel like it's a rite of passage. Now this Stanley Cup phenomenon has taken over, and this woman, it has over 3 million views on TikTok. She discusses the incident, which started with the purchase of a fake Stanley Cup priced at under $10 that she thought was cute. However, after she returned after the holiday break, her daughter was upset after she was teased by all 10 classmates who all went to clown cardio, who received a real branded Stanley Cup for Christmas. They made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley Cup, that this is fake, and it's not as cool. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? She asks. No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. I don't have 50 Stanleys in all different colors. I'm not going to Target and fighting other women or moms to try to get the new Valentine's Day one. That means she's thought of it. She goes, I have one. So This is a case of a young girl taking a fake Stanley Cup to school, and all of her friends got real Stanley Cups over the Christmas break, and her friends made fun of her, and she came home and told her mom, and her mom, rather than like being a good parent and saying like, it's okay, you know, labels aren't everything, gets on TikTok, my daughter was shamed. And I, for one, remember being in school and I went to the store, my mom, because I remember like Abercrombie and Fitch jeans were so expensive. They're like $70 growing up, which was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting fake Zeke Havaricis, which were the big parachute pants.
Yeah.
And I wore them, and all the kids in school made fun of me. And I had to be like, you guys just don't know. Like, I owned it.
Yeah.
I owned it.
Yeah.
Went home and cried.
Yes.
And my mom was like, you know what? You stood up for yourself. You did good. And it's not about labels and who cares.
Yeah, it's really not. I mean, those are formative moments because a bad bitch stands alone from the crowd. The bad bitch makes their own style.
Yeah.
That's why I think I see this about the housewives. They're all about the labels. And it's like, you don't actually have your own taste.
And some of them look like shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you're wearing like...
It's not even cute. I don't get this Stanley thing.
I don't either.
That is a tale as old as time as like, you know, a kid getting in trouble or made fun of for wearing like knockoff Nikes or whatever.
Or designer imposter perfume.
Yeah.
But also I just think it's kind of lame that she had to go on and be like, this is what happened to my kid.
Oh, and what is going to be the repercussions for your mom going viral?
Yeah.
On TikTok.
You get bullied more.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Your dumb mom went on TikTok and blasted all of us about how we were mean. And also be a good parent and like make that kid go, you know what?
Make it a learning
Your
lesson.
cup is cooler than all those Stanley Cups.
Yeah. I know. I was thinking about this thing though with the Stanley Cup thing. I was like, it's gross in the culture where it's just like something catches a flame like that because it's really just such a bizarre, arbitrary, inanimate object.
They're all going to land in a landfill at some point. And also every cup like attracts mold. They're having to do videos being like, wash your Stanley Cups, you idiots.
That was a hard lesson for me in the beginning. I thought I was washing mold. Good enough. I thought I was washing. No, now it's like I do a whole process. Yeah. I'm soap, whatever. But it made me think when I saw this about the Stanleys going nuts. I was like, God, we are such a robotic culture.
Yeah, it's very strange. Everyone's just like, we have to do
Hive mind.
I have to go here. But the situation has led the mother to purchase an authentic Stanley Cup for her daughter to take to school. Okay. So you get on TikTok to bitch about it, and then you're like, you know what, honey? Here's a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been a parent. I hope to be one, but we'll see what's going to happen.
This episode of Just Saying with Justin Martindale is brought to you in part by Wild Grain. Wild Grain is the first ever bake from frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, fresh pastas, and artisanal pastries. Every item bakes from frozen in 25 minutes or less. No thawing required. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, it's delicious and you're gonna want you some Wild Grain. And the team at Wild Grain sent me a box over, and I have to tell you, they sent me focaccia bread, pastas, croissants, and I have to say, the pastas were so delicious and so tender. I just boiled a pot of water, threw them in, stayed in there for less than 10 minutes, and it tasted so fresh, so yummy, and just full of flavor. And now you can fully customize your Wild Grain box, so you can get any combination of breads, pastas, pastries, any that you like. If you want a box of all bread, all pasta, or all pastries, you can have it. Plus, for a limited time, you can get $30 off your first box. That's $30 off your first box, plus free croissants in every box when you go to wildgrain.com/justsaying to start your subscription. You heard me. Free croissants in every box and $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/justsaying. That's wildgrain.com/justsaying, or you can use promo code justsaying at checkout. Mwah. So while the Stanley Cup quenchers are all the rage, this woman was arrested after police found $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups in her car. Stanley Cup Cartel is real.
How'd she even do that?
It was all in her car.
Was she just stealing them one by one?
I guess. I don't know. Let's read a little bit about it. So, this woman, northeast of Sacramento, they were called to report a theft from a store on Stanford Ranch Road. Staff saw a woman take a shopping cart full of Stanley water bottles without paying for them. She just went, bye.
I just wonder, how did she think this was going to end? She didn't even have a getaway car.
No.
How was she going to get them into the car? One by one, $2,500?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so many.
But she probably thought to herself, they're just cups. No one will care. So, yeah, I mean, it is honestly a thing. This is like what you said, the new Beanie Babies, I feel like. I feel like that was the craze. There were knockoff Beanie Babies that were all like weird. Yeah. And then people protected the tags. People are doing that with the cups.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's bizarre.
I don't get it.
So everyone be safe out there.
I honestly, I guess I'm very Aquarian, but I've had a Stanley for a long time and I'm like embarrassed to use it now because of this.
You feel, you're like an OG.
I'm just like, no, or not even an OG, but I'm just like, well, I don't like having this thing that all these people are going nuts for.
Like fighting.
It's tacky.
Gross. Figure your lives out. Speaking of, I don't know if you are familiar with a trailer that dropped over the weekend. Are you a big Jennifer Lopez theater goer?
I like J-Lo.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by her and her decades-long career. Like anyone with that type of longevity, I'll continue to pay attention to. She's got the stuff, but no, I didn't see the trailer.
Well, we are going to watch this trailer now, and we are going to give an honest reaction. This is for her new movie. It's called This Is Me, ... a love story.
Kind of a clunky title.
Exactly. Just wait for the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
All right.
I know what they say about me. About hopeless romantics.
Oh, an engagement ring. How apropos.
And I'm not weak.
She's not weak. She's strong. From the soul and the dreams of Jennifer Lopez.
This has gone so many different directions.
Oh, honey, just wait.
Time's up. Let's pick this back up.
We've got.
Week.
Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not Pitbull. It's Fat Joe.
Yes, Fat Joe.
Now she's a sex addict.
Maybe.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to that.
Of course, she's in a wedding dress.
What is that?
Yeah.
Wow. She's always getting
Derek Huff.
Derek Huff.
stand a chance.
Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Well lately.
She's insomniac,
I guess I never have.
but now
When
she's
I was
sleeping
little, I used to
well.
share a room with my sister.
Rags to riches.
So peacefully.
I haven't any clue what this is about so far.
Just to lie
You will.
there awake thinking,
She's a
how
dancer.
does anybody sleep that way? When your heart
What?
never goes to sleep.
Tempur-Pedic.
Mixed with Harry Potter,
George, nobody gets you.
I don't even
Space
get me.
movie?
This is her story, Blair.
Her story.
He's a liar.
I've never lied to you.
And the constant criticism. She thinks I'm her employee.
In her own words.
Being with you feels like home. But I left home for a reason.
A new cinematic, intimate musical
musical?
experience.
Whenever someone asked
Is
me
this
what
like
I
a-
wanted to be when I grew
This
up,
is giving really music
my
video.
answer was
Yeah.
always
I did like that Tootsie turn.
love.
Fat Joe, Post Malone.
Trevor Noah,
Must
Kim
respect
Petras.
The ebb and flow of the universe.
What is this? Guardians of the Galaxy?
This is me. Now.
I have no idea what I just watched.
Exactly.
What is that about?
So this is coming out in February 16th on Amazon Prime. And I honestly think that Jeff Bezos and Jennifer Lopez went on a boat.
Yeah, a lot of mushrooms. Yeah,
I was even going to add ayahuasca
sure.
because I don't know what the hell I just watched.
Right.
It's steampunk. It's Valentine's Day. It's, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Little lemony snickets in there.
Lemony snickets.
Yeah.
Some fucking Quidditch happening.
Right. Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, lest we forget.
Dancing with the Stars.
Bollywood nightmare. Like, I want to know what happened. Like, how long was Jennifer Lopez in the corner tripping balls on ayahuasca?
I will be watching this when I'm just sort of hazy, didn't get enough sleep on a Sunday when I come back from the road. And, you're just like out of it. And you're like, I'm going to be on the couch for a while, rot. And that will be the moment.
Yeah, that's it. And also, this is a prime example of why Hollywood needs to learn how to say no to J-Lo.
Right.
Just one no. Like, you know what?
This Is Me Now, a love story. I didn't see Ben in that shit. What is this?
But someone will be playing Ben Affleck, I'm sure. And it's just this nightmare of like, I'm always engaged. I want to find love. I just want to dance. I want to be heard. It's like, we get it.
No, see, that is what I needed to understand what was happening.
You got...
Oh,
yeah,
Ben's
Ben
in
Affleck
there,
is in
thank
it.
God.
Yeah.
It's probably a Dunkin' Donuts spawn con.
I just want, you guys don't get me.
Right.
You don't understand.
And I will 100% be watching this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
From the privacy of your own home, it is your secret to take to the grave.
I do love watching her, though. Like, I mean, Hustlers, like, she was incredible.
Yeah, of course.
When she didn't win for that, I was devastated for her.
Were you?
I was.
Did you think she was going to be nominated?
I did. I couldn't believe that she was snubbed.
Oh.
She was working for 2 years on that. It was incredible.
She tried.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, from one diva to another, concert goers are now suing Madonna and Live Nation over the show's starting late. Did you hear about this?
Oh my God.
So these two gays, which I am like here for, they went to the show in Brooklyn and they're now suing her over her show starting late because they had to get up early the next day.
Honestly, I'm on 100% on their side. Have you seen Joe Brennan's bit about this?
No.
He has a bit about this right now, about concerts starting late.
It's so true. So here's Michael Fellows of Brooklyn and Jonathan Haddon of the Bronx bought tickets for Madonna's December 13th celebration tour at Barclays Center. The tickets said the show would begin at 8:30, but Madonna did not take the stage until sometime after 10:45. And the men said they were confronted with limited public transportation, limited ride sharing, and or increased public and private transportation costs by the time the show let out at 1 a.m. So they were all pissed because they had to get up early and go to work and or take care of their family responsibilities the next day. I'm on board with this.
I'm on their side 100%. And I think I'm hoping, praying that this sparks more fear in artists, because I hate when people are late, especially if I take my whole night out, spend a shitload of money. And
you're getting your bad blood waffle fries.
You're getting your bad blood period waffle fries. You're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on this shit. You're getting babysitters. You're getting outfits. You're getting wiped out at work the next day. I'm with them. Let's make this a trend.
And here's the thing, Lane, you went and saw Madonna, right? I did. How late was she?
Over 3 hours.
See, it's a habit, too. It's not even like a rare thing where there was some emergency that caused it. It's just like every time.
But also, Madonna, like Bob the Drag Queen's on tour with her. Love him.
Yes.
So excited. But also, I would be freaking out. Like, Madonna would be pissed at me because I'd be like,
me too. I'm like, okay, all right.
Just audible sighing, like,
that is what I would be doing. I cannot handle when people are late.
No.
Like, I had to break up with a guy because he was late all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I can't live like that.
And you're stressed out,
I'm
and you're hearing people be like, Madonna.
I feel not considered.
So, do I get another Red Bull?
Yeah.
It would drive me insane. But also, Madonna, you had to cancel your tour because you had a bacterial infection. Like, you had the time off. Show up early. Like, that's so lame.
I know. You already have inconvenienced.
I think it's very, very selfish. And I don't like saying, like, girl, material girl. Get it together.
No,
but
I
come
love
on.
Madonna. I also think it's so many concerts though. That's why when I saw that Neil Brennan bit, it kills because everyone is in agreement. Because everyone's like, yeah, we're sick of this shit.
We're sick of this shit. We're like just waiting around. We have to go to the bathroom like every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you get to go home in your car and be like, all right, bye. And these people are like, well, let's hope the trains are working in this ice tundra that we're living in. You know, like, God. Looks like all the rats are frozen again.
So glad I moved away from that city.
God. All right, well, after you see the Jennifer Lopez Valentine's Day movie, this is shit, a love story. Applebee's is now offering a $200 weekly date night pass. What?
This is incredible.
Yes. So Applebee's is offering a date night pass for $200 that includes up to $30 in food per week for a year. The passes will go on sale, and there is only a limited number available according to the restaurant. The date night pass gives up to a $30 discount on food and non-alcoholic drinks 52 times between February 1st of this year and January 31st of 2025. The pass can only be used once per 24-hour period. Yeah, there's like...
They had to add that.
rules that apply.
If you think you're coming in for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Chili's for your seasonal pass, you're dead wrong.
Figure it out, you slob, and get new underwear.
Yeah.
But also, this is how you do it. You simply present your Applebee's date night pass to your server when placing your order for dine-in at participating Applebee's Grill plus bar locations in the U.S.
Wow.
Passes can be redeemed for online orders for a promo code on the back. However, the code can't be used on third-party delivery orders. Okay. But first of all, bar, you can't get alcohol with it.
I know, which is one of the main sells of Applebee's. But what if this pass takes off like the Stanley? You know? What if this date night pass becomes the new Stanley?
Would you be offended?
Yes.
You didn't let me finish.
I would. I would. Yes, I would.
What did you think I was going to say? What did you think I was going to say? No, there was more to that question.
If I got taken on that date?
Like if some guy...
No, I mean...
Jacob Elordi.
Jacob Elordi.
If Jacob
it was like
Elordi.
this ironic hipster thing... I'm just like, I'm in my 30s now. None of that shit's cute anymore. I mean, I would do this with like my friends for fun. But if a man is taking me out, I mean, if I was like in a relationship with a man and I don't know, I really, really was head over heels or something. But nothing outside of an ironclad relationship do I ever want to be in this scenario.
That makes sense. That was a very good answer.
Yeah, that's how I feel
You
deeply.
proved your point. You're like, you stood on that soapbox and you let us have it. I also am kind of like, it's not a good deal. It's not a good deal.
If we get brass tacks into the numbers,
Yeah.
no alcohol is wild.
Yeah. Best part about Applebee's is the Dollaritas.
Yeah, or like
that are made in a bucket and are
red
some
and
weird
blue.
neon green color that no other margarita in the country is.
all the drinks are strange colors.
They're so neon. I'm like, this is not a margarita. This is a lie, but it's $1. I'll drink it. Oh, and it's made in a bleach bucket? Perfect.
Yeah, well, I knew what the question was, which is why I said yes so quickly. But, you know, it's like if I'm in his, he's just flushing the roster through with his pass, you know. This is going to make a lot of boxer men, this is going to be their new playbook. So,
ladies, if you get an Applebee's gift card for your man, just know what you're putting yourself into.
And I have to say, look, I am definitely not against an Applebee's. Like, I love a chain restaurant.
Me too.
Like, I like to get nasty with some food once in a while. Like, get crazy.
I want to be limited.
Yeah, but I am not trying to be a notch on someone's seasonal pass.
Yeah. You don't want to be in the booth and the guy's like, I'm a pass holder.
Yeah,
and
no,
you're like,
and he's like, Martha, check, please.
Yeah.
So he's like,
can we get more chips and salsa?
Yeah,
Thank you.
and she's like, wow, good to see you again.
But also,
David.
$30.
Yeah.
Is that a lot?
I don't know because
Not
it's
that
not
I'm like out of touch with like.
it's not like all you can eat sushi.
Well, right, but I mean, like $30. I feel like that could be like. I haven't been to an Applebee's in a while, but
Me
I feel like
neither.
they have like a steak or like for two. I feel like they
Yeah.
have like a couple's,
Or those combo meal deals.
and you have to split it. Yeah, but do you get the like brownie like fudge?
Oh, you know, there's
Death by
something like
chocolate.
that. Yeah, mud pie
Put
sundae.
that cake in a skillet.
Right.
Let me have it. It's so good. Okay.
Oh,
Here's
dear.
something that's annoying. Not only was Madonna late for 2 hours at her concert, but now Green Day was a great segue, right? Here's something that's annoying.
Oh, dear.
Green Day performed a surprise set in Rockefeller Center subway station with Jimmy Fallon. So now we are taking the concerts to the people, and there's nothing that I would hate more. Have you seen this video?
I saw the video. Yeah. I was torn because when I used to live in New York and I'd be in the subways and you'd just be doing it every day. When you would see something cool, it was kind of fun. But then when there's a crowd and you miss your train because you can't, I am a non-aggressive person by nature. And so my instinct is like, okay, I don't have the will to fight to get through the crowd like some of the true New Yorkers.
Right.
I'm going to go up the stairs and get an Uber. And I'm just like mad and annoyed because I don't have like the hustle to like fight through.
See, I'm you.
Yeah.
I'm totally that way too. Like, but also if I was trapped in a sardine can and Green Day showed up and was like, wake me up when September is.
Yeah.
I'd be like, God, no. What did I do? Like, that is like your Uber ride. That's my Uber ride.
Right.
Like your cologne-filled Uber
Oh,
ride.
right. Where you're like, I'm trapped. I need to be taken to safety immediately.
I'm tall.
Yeah.
I'm vulnerable.
Right.
Like
Right.
my face is loud.
Yeah.
So people will be like, why are you looking like that? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh God, now I'm in it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I would rather sit through that J-Lo movie in a theater. Like with people than this. This is just too much. Like, see this like Hobbit person? Like that would be me. I'd be
Right.
like, can I just
I'm just trying to get by.
I don't care. Like, I love Green Day, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but
yeah.
I'm like, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
Like, I just couldn't do
In
it.
small spaces, like a crowd like that, you know, it's just crazy in these times.
And these times.
In these present day times.
And also, have you seen videos? There was that woman on the plane who was like, I was nominated for a Grammy. I'm going to sing my song.
Oh, I know. And you're like.
And then there's like Christians.
We need more air marshals.
Oh, I know. Then there's like, have you seen like the.
Speaking of the Christians.
Go for it. Yeah. Speaking of Christians, we need more air marshals.
If I could just say something about the Christians for a moment. I got it up my ass on a Sunday. Actually, Rosebud was in the car with me, and I said, "You know what? I'm gonna have Chick-fil-A today. I've been hearing a lot about Chick-fil-A from everyone, and I need to have it." Go drive over to Chick-fil-A. It says, "Sorry, closed on Sundays." And I said, "Okay, down with the Christians. Okay, I can accept all your other bullshit. It's fine with me. You like Christ? Great. That's phenomenal. Happy for you. Christ, great. Fabulous. No chicken on. You think in the dead of this heathen state of Hollywood that you can close your chicken restaurant on a Sunday because of the Lord?" I said, "No, we need more Satan."
There's a...
Okay,
Well, I'm glad you asked because Popeyes just showed their new slogan for advertisement. It says, "Open Sundays."
Oh, is that true?
Popeyes was
Oh,
like,
that's
"We are
genius.
open
That's
Sundays."
so fucking messy.
So,
I love that.
I know.
Yes.
So if you want
I'm going to Popeyes.
Yeah, Sunday. And there's nothing more sad than going to like a mall, like on a Sunday. Well, first of all, going to a mall on a Sunday and then going to the food court and you see the Sbarro and you see like all the other, hot dog. You see the hot dog on a stick girls just pumping the lemonade with their dumb outfits. And then you just see
hot dog on a stick person.
You see just a blacked out Chick-fil-A and you're like, those sons of
so
bitches.
Rude. Who do they think they are?
Mm-hmm.
I was sickened.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that happened for you.
I was like, your religion's fine, but I draw the line at chicken.
Open on Sundays.
Oh my God, that's so smart. I love that messy Popeyes
chicken wars.
people.
Oh, I love a chicken war. Okay, we've got time for some more, a couple more stories. This Pennsylvania couple, kind of went through it. They have a dog, and they had to recover
I saw that.
over $3,550 after their dog eats the cash, but they had to go through the poo.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to start with this. This dog shocked his owners and veterinarian after eating $4,000 in cash. Cartel. Stanley Cartel right there. Stanley Cup Cartel. Cecil, which is also the name of my grandfather, was a 7-year-old golden doodle from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's usually well-behaved, according to his owners, Clayton and Carrie Law. Don't like him already.
Golden doodles are wily. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. I also feel like this whole, like, if these people went on an airplane, specifically Alaska Airlines, they should be sucked out of the side of the plane.
Yeah, also, what's going on over there? What are you guys doing? Is
what
this
are you guys
pharma?
doing?
Is
well,
this...
Listen to this. So the dog ate $4,000 in cash that had been sitting on the kitchen counter waiting to be stowed away.
Right.
The dog, I swear to God, has never touched anything in his life. I think that's your husband, Carrie, not the dog. Suddenly, Clayton... Don't blame it on the dog, okay? It's like, oh, that wasn't me that farted. No, Carrie, girl, it was you. Suddenly, Clayton yelled at me, Cecil's eating $4,000. I cannot be hearing that. I almost had a heart attack. So the money had been a withdrawal from the couple's joint savings account. Within 30 minutes of retrieving the funds from their local bank, Cecil had already chowed down on the cash, leaving behind just some torn bits of their money. The couple went to the vet to see if the dog needed treatment. Cecil only needed to be monitored at home. The couple then got to work trying to piece together the remaining bills that Cecil hadn't chewed and the ones he had already eaten.
They showed that photo of it is nasty.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
What was
the
bricks of cash doing on, where were they headed? I'm sure they were headed to the church.
You think?
No.
The bank told the couple that money accidents involving dogs happen frequently. Some of the numbers on the bills were visible. The bank would take back the chewed money.
Oh.
While Cecil had thrown up some of the ingested money, they also had to go through his poop. There we were at the utility sink. Not a utility sink. Oh, Lord, not Ekin-Su. We were watching this shitty money yelling, yay, yes, we got one. It smelled so bad.
This is an appalling story on all levels.
Yeah.
Appalling.
But do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog. My building won't let me. I want one badly, but I don't know. I'm not sure what I would do in this scenario. I can't say if God didn't put me in it.
If a dog ate $4,000, first of all, I just think that's bizarre.
And how is this dog still alive?
I mean, I guess it's just like paper, but also, I don't know. The vet said it was okay, but here they are. This makes them look like shitty people, no pun intended, because now they're like piecing together this jigsaw puzzle of money that they should have had on the counter, knowing that they have a labradoodle, poodle, whatever the hell it is, because that's a big dog.
That's a big dog.
But also, was there bacon nearby? How did this dog just go, oh, I'm going to eat this money?
I think the dog knew it was for nefarious activities. And how is this being in the Guardian and they were never once questioned about what the money was for? Why do you have $4,000 worth of cash on your kitchen table?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. As a new dog owner, I put on face glitter for my Saltburn Party.
As you do.
I got some kimchi glitter at CVS and put it around my eyes. It looked really good. Got a little drunk, because it was a party, went home in an Uber that was not pungent.
Cologne free.
And got in the bed, took off the clothes, got in the bed, forgot to wipe the face down.
Right.
And I woke up with no glitter on my face.
A little leprechaun dog.
And I was like, wait, oh shit. And was really hungover. What did I order? Chick-fil-A.
Not Saturday. On a Sunday, bitch.
It was Saturday. But I was like, oh God, is my dog going to have glitter shits?
Yeah.
Which I've never thought that out loud ever.
Right. Why
and
would
I
you?
looked. Totally was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that's a minimal offense. Not $4,000 of the dirtiest substance we have on Earth that went through that dog's GI tract for these people's blood money.
I mean, they need to change that dog's name from Cecil to ATM.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like.
Survivor is what the dog's name needs to be.
You did it.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Our final story of this episode. Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey.
Classic movie, trilogy. I loved it all.
Really good.
Yeah.
He was hospitalized with heart attack symptoms after a run-in with toxic caterpillars.
Whoa. I've never heard of that.
Well, I had no idea either. He went on a recent trip to Portugal.
Sure.
His friend and him went, and he got a health scare when it was revealed by his pal Gordon, who was also rushed to the hospital after experiencing the same symptoms at a golfing resort last year.
Wow.
They said on the BBC The Good, the Bad, and the Unexpected that Smart revealed that they initially thought their health woes were the result of too many drinks the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
To their surprise, they were told that their symptoms were caused by a run-in with processionary caterpillars, which are known to be toxic. Processionary moth caterpillars have tiny hairs containing an irritating protein that causes painful skin, eye, and throat irritations.
Mm-hmm.
So he still looks good, though.
Yeah, he looks great.
Just one day into their vacation, it was revealed that he felt a tingling in his left hand and tickling in his left arm that made him think, oh God, I'm having a heart attack. Now, I'm a fairly healthy guy, he says, but once you start thinking you're having a heart attack, you definitely get into panic mode and think this is it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you take, an edible and you're like, well, there's a shadow person on my bed.
This is it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's usually how I am.
Right.
After being under the watchful eye of doctors and nurses, they were discharged. But that's terrifying.
Wait, so he didn't actually have a heart attack?
No,
He just
I know.
thought he was.
Womp womp.
That was
those damn caterpillars will get you every time.
no, but that was such a page 6. Page 6 is so dirty.
Yeah.
That headline was so misleading. I thought it was a caterpillar caused heart attack.
No, that is what these caterpillars were in the grass. And but I'm also I'm thinking about leeches, like when you get out of the water and you have leeches all over your legs. Like, do you not feel these things poking you? I mean, because they look like they're barbed.
Yeah.
And I hate anything barbed.
Yeah, that's looking like a lethal caterpillar.
Yeah, but also cut to Jennifer Lopez eating these individually and writing her movie. It's about love, a love story, or whatever the hell it's called. She's like, did someone say trip balls and write a movie? I'm going to do it. This is my time. Dance the night away. If you're not. Yeah.
That movie might be a go with friends in the theater, like a group.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I can't see this alone.
But I will definitely be recapping this movie.
Oh, good. I can't
because
wait.
I'm very curious as to what
that is.
I kind of want to strap myself to the seat, kind of like Clockwork Orange, and just make myself watch it.
I can't tell if there's going to be a plot to it or if it's some odd anthology vignette.
This is me. That's all. That's going to be the message. The message is, this is me. I can do anything. I set my own limits. Do we have time for one more? The last one? Speaking of annoying, again, these hipsters, this was actually sent to me by a listener and a viewer. It is, I don't even know what it's called. It's,
We talked about it in a previous episode, about these robots.
that follow you around.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, when? With Rosebud?
I've never seen this before.
Oh, not this one. That was the ones in Seattle that tried to make you walk more.
Yeah.
Right.
Shopping robots.
Okay, yes. So we did cover these robots that are like, they're supposed to help you like walk more, like, and motivate you. So you get chased by these robots.
Great.
Now, this guy is like some hipster, and he posted this TikTok, and he has this robot. I'm sorry, it doesn't identify as robot. It identifies as personal shopping assistant that can help you hold your new finds and follow you throughout the store so that you can stay hands-free.
Okay.
It's called Piaggio Fast Forward.
Wow.
How lazy have hipsters
why
gotten?
does everything have to be hand? Can we just use our hands? Every goddamn thing is hands-free now.
But first of all, that is like, it's too modern. If you're going to be a hipster, like, have an IPA on a unicycle. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, if you're going to go hipster, like, honestly,
It's inconsistent with your movement.
this is not your brand, bro.
Right.
And also, like, you can't, like, hold a bag
Right.
filled with 2 vintage T-shirts.
Yeah, and you're thrifting with the robot.
Thrifting with a robot.
Yeah.
The robot's from the future, and you've made your life about the past.
I don't get it at all. He's like, these vinyl records that I found, I'm going to just throw this in my little robot. I mean, it's cute, but it's also, here's the thing. There's nothing that annoys me more than seeing those food robots. Mm-hmm. You know, the ones where
Yeah,
they
I worry
blink.
for them every time I see them.
Well, I had one deliver something to
Oh,
me.
really?
Have you?
No, I haven't.
I felt picked and chosen. I felt chosen. And we had ordered food. I don't remember what it was. And it was like, my boyfriend Evan was like, babe, it's happening. And I was like, what? And we had, I think it was.
Yeah, I really want to know what the type of food is. Because, like, are they doing, like, a burger because it's, like, or tacos where you're, like, there's less liability? Because are they doing a $60 steak in those things?
No,
You know?
I think we got like Chinese food from Kung Pao Bistro or something
Okay.
like that. But I remember being like, oh God, because I'm freaked out. I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
I had so many questions. I
Sure.
don't know. It pulls up.
Yeah.
I go outside. It blinks at me.
Really?
And it like on the screen, it's like, okay, here's what's up. And like it beeps and then like the top pops off.
How does it know it's you? Oh.
No clue.
Yeah, I don't get this. I'm wondering because I was like, is it going to talk?
I think I had to enter in
a code or something?
like the last 4 digits of my phone number or something like that. I don't know. I had to prick my finger and put it on like the robot, but it opened. There was like fans whirring inside, just
yeah.
like,
yeah.
and I just grabbed it, and then I just stood there and stared at it, and then the lid shut. And then it drove off, and you know, LA sidewalks, they're all cracked
Yeah.
and like unleveled. It goes up and it just toppled over. And you know what I did? I walked away.
Okay. Whoa.
That was my victory over the cyborgs.
Whoa. Oh my God. Because I feel so differently. It's so bizarre. Whenever I see those on the sidewalk rolling around LA,
Mm-hmm.
and I wonder, I'm like, they don't have these in freaking Nebraska or
No.
whatever. They only have this in this hell-forsaken town. I see them driving and I get worried. I suddenly am in the movie WALL-E, and I just am imagining a roving gang of 13-year-old bikers, and that they're going to bully this little thing. And it's like just trying to make its way against all odds.
Mm-hmm. But then, does it get smart and turn on humanity?
Probably.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I honestly, but like if you're this thing eventually, if you're going to use it to like thrift on a Saturday or whatever, it's going to learn how to shoplift.
Yeah.
I think that like name it Winona, and it can just beep beep through the store
Classic.
and just roll out, sorry.
Yes.
And shoplift. I'm sorry. If I was working in this thrift store and I saw this guy, I'd be like, sir, get out.
Yeah.
Go.
We allow dogs, but not your bullshit
Not
rolly
your
thing.
lame rolly. And it's rolly can't help it. It was manufactured this way.
Yeah.
But Pixar, take notes.
Yeah, it looks like your unpaid assistant. You look like sort
look like
of
an
a
asshole.
captor.
Yeah.
Tyrant.
Like, look, that thing's not that big.
Right, Dr. Evil.
And
you
I'm
know?
not trying to size shame a robot,
Yeah.
but
It can only hold one thing. You're really doing it to make some sort of bizarre statement.
like, I get it if it's for like, say if there's like an elderly woman who, has to grocery shop all by herself or something, but still, it's not that big. And this guy's like, I'm buying material shit and throwing it in my can of wheels.
Yeah, I wonder if this is this guy's invention. Because how did he get paired? How are we seeing him in this video? What's going on here?
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, we'll never know.
We won't.
I'll have to bring you back and let you know how it all turns out.
Until then, I don't think either of us will lose any sleep over it.
Cut to us. What happened with the robot?
It's so funny. I am fascinated by her and Ex Machina movies. I really, it's like crazy.
Where the robots just kind of learn and shit. I know. It's like
they become
hey,
sentient.
Yeah, everyone's like, hey, maybe we need to calm down with the AI. This guy's like, want to go thrift shopping with my robot?
Yeah.
No. Well, Blair, thank you so much for being here.
Had the time of my life.
Thank you. Thank you. Please plug away. Where can people follow you? What dates you have coming up? All of it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Follow me on all my profiles. Social media profiles are at Blair Socci, BLAIRSOCCI. And watch my special. I'd love for you guys to watch it. You can find the link in all my bios. Yeah.
Perfect. And as always, make sure to rate, review, subscribe, all that. New episodes come out at 9 o'clock Pacific time on Tuesday night. YouTube in the morning on Wednesday. And also follow that Patreon. Also, I will be on Jeff Lewis Live this week, I believe on Thursday with Megan King from the Real Housewives of Orange County. And just tune in all week because it's like Housewives, like the house down. It's crazy. All right. As always, we'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much. Bye.